Shadow cabinet is an excellent concept to form efficient policies which are in betterment of the country. We have adopted everything from British system after independence, but we have carefully, rather cleverly left out the concept of shadow cabinet, which is very useful for our country. Shadow cabinet is a very popular concept in Western democracies such as United Kingdom, France, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, and many other countries. As the name shadow suggests, opposition parties form an alternative cabinet which scrutinizes the decision of the government and is a body parallel to the union cabinet. Shadow cabinet tracks all the policies and decisions taken by the cabinet and challenges them. The different positions in the shadow cabinet will mirror that of the real government. For example, the positions in the shadow cabinet would be for external affairs, home affairs, finance, agriculture, defense, etc., same as the union cabinet. The advantage of the system is that opposition parties can channelize their effort and priorities and provide effective opposition to the policies of government. In spite of unnecessary wasting time in the parliament by asking superficial questions, people from shadow cabinet ask specific and intriguing questions, because people in shadow cabinet focus on specific area and are experts of their respective fields. This helps in forming very efficient and productive policies at the center level. Ultimate objective of government and the opposition is goodwill of the country. The concept of shadow cabinet works best in the two-party system, but otherwise also it's very beneficial. The leader of the opposition is called as Prime Minister in waiting. He appoints MPs for his shadow cabinet. There is shadow ministry for every real ministry. They are also called as cabinet in waiting because in case in the next election the opposition is voted to power, most of the members from the shadow cabinet will become ministers. Since all the members are already experienced in their respective fields, it's very good for the country. For opposition also, it's time to groom talent and try out new ministers. It's not necessary to be part of the government to gain experience. In the UK since 1963, every Prime Minister has been part of the shadow cabinet. If we take the case of Australia and New Zealand, since 1975, all Prime Ministers but one have been part of the shadow cabinet. It's not a mature democracy if ministers do not have knowledge about the portfolio which they are going to take up. But unfortunately in India, some of the prime ministers also did not knew even 2 days back that they would be prime ministers. For example, SD Deve Gowda, IK Gujral or Manmohan Singh. And if you take the case of Manmohan Singh, his role as finance minister was good because he has good knowledge in that particular field. We need to understand that defense, finance, agriculture, etc. are export fields and it requires good amount of knowledge. In many of the cases, ministers start acquiring knowledge only once they get the portfolio. For example, Mulayam Singh Yadav once got the defense ministry, or Tej Pratap Yadav when he got health, he was health minister for Bihar government. So this is very bad for center or state. We need to understand that ministers need to be highly knowledgeable and experienced in their respective fields. Let's take the case that you are going to get an operation done. You want the doctor to be an MBBS and an MD and also with an experience of maybe 15 years or more. Just imagine the case wherein a doctor comes and he says that he's not even an MBBS and he has no experience at all, but he'll try it out and gain experience by doing an operation on you. Unfortunately, importance of inducting experienced and knowledgeable people in parliament is very minimal. For example, we take people straight away from the Bollywood who have zero experience in public life. For example, Jayaprada, Rekha, Hema Malini, Dharmendra, Sunny Deol, Raj Babbar, etc. There are many more. They might be excellent actors, but they have zero experience in public life. So once they take up certain ministry, we expect them to perform, which is next to impossible. Ideal scenario for them would be to work in public life for subsequent amount of years and then take up important positions. At least some of the Bollywood celebrities have faced struggle, but even worse are the kids and kins of politicians who have zero experience and zero knowledge. And once they take up important ministries, they are bound to fail. It's a simple case of garbage in and garbage out. Shadow cabinet has never been given a priority at the center level, although it has been tried at the state level at few times. The concept of shadow cabinet after independence might not have been adopted because of the fragmented opposition, but it's high time that we adopt this concept now. It's very important for ministers to be highly experienced and expert in their respective fields once they take up a portfolio. Thank you so much, friends. Goodbye.